Alright, hangboard routine.
Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about some fingerboarding. I think you guys are really going to like this video, so enjoy!
Sure.
Hey guys, it's Magnus. Just want to tell you that if you're going to be hangboarding, you should only be using one finger. That's right, actually only this finger. And if you're going to do a muscle up, also one finger.
Okay.
What's up guys, Jeff here with Climb Lean X, and today I just want to tell you to stop hangboarding. That's right guys, hangboarding is killing your gains. What's up everybody, I'm Dr. Jason Hooper, Doctor of Physical Therapy and Orthopedic Clinical Specialist, and today we're going to be talking about the best hangboard protocol.
So the reason we started that video that way is because most experts will agree that there really is no perfect hangboard protocol. The perfect, or I should say the best protocol, is the one that you can safely do. If you do a program that's way outside of your skill level and it's too hard and you get hurt, you're losing time, not gaining training. So with that being said, in today's video, we're gonna go through a hangboard workout, okay? This is gonna incorporate core, it's gonna incorporate mobility, and it's gonna incorporate a lot of different techniques that's meant as basically a climb session replacement. So it's gonna be a lot of hangs, and in this level, we're gonna go into kind of the introductory level. All right, so I've said this before, but this is definitely one of those times where you're gonna check out the show notes, or in this case, the website's even better, because we'll have like a full Excel layout with all these tips, and it has everything broken down with the hold size, the length, the breaks, etc. So be sure to read all those notes very carefully before you go ahead and try this out on your own. So one of the most important factors is obviously getting a good warm-up in. So we'll start with just a little bit of foam rolling. You can do some tendon gliding as well, and then we'll do some push-ups and pull-ups. But the foam rolling we'll do first. So I always like to just go along the back, keep your head supported with your hands. The reason we want to do this foam rolling is to, we're going to be in this extended position for a while, so it's good to start working on the extensibility of our spine. Make sure we're not too tight there. So you can also work on those reaches overhead. You can also go to your side a little bit and start to get on the lats. Just kind of get everything loosened up. Okay, so you guys are gonna hear me say effort level a bunch, like to kind of guide these different holds that we do. So effort level is basically your margin of error. So if I say it's a 10-second hold, plus or minus 3 seconds for the effort level, that basically means if you're within like the window of 7 to 13 seconds, then you're doing okay. If you fall outside of that window where you're at like 5 seconds and you fail, then it's too hard. Respect your body, make it a little bit easier. If on the other side, again, 10 seconds plus or minus 3, if you're failing at 15 to 16 seconds, then it may be a little too easy. You may need to like go to a smaller ledge or increase the weight. Okay, so round one. For round one, it's gonna be a longer hold. It's gonna be a 30-second hold plus or minus like 5 to 10 seconds. So you have a larger window on this. You're gonna use a medium-sized hold, which will allow you to go into the open hand position. And we're gonna do just 2 sets of this, okay? This is kind of getting still into our warm-up for the rest of our holds. So we'll get right into it. As you do this, just make sure you're not dropping down here. Either think about just engaging your shoulders, keeping them down and back, or keeping your chest kind of forward and up. It's also important, don't look up at the hold. Just keep your head in a neutral position. All right, so for round two, we're gonna do these single arm recruitment hangs. Now this is gonna be done in a half cramp position with one arm. Each repetition is about 5 seconds long, and you're gonna do multiple repetitions, about 4 to 5 repetitions of it. We'll do 3 sets of this one. It's gonna be done on a smaller ledge. All right, so the reason for these recruitment hangs is essentially to kind of get like our pulley systems warmed up. it's using basically like your max effort as tolerated too. So it's a really awesome hold to like not only get warmed up, but continue like getting that neural network activated so we're ready when we do our harder hangs later. This is great because it's also basically you pick the difficulty level. So as I mentioned earlier, it's over 5 seconds. So you'll get into your like half cramp position with one hand and you're pulling like you're trying to pull yourself off the ground, or you're pulling the board down to you. So don't start off as hard as you can. Start just by giving it like that little bit of effort, and then your body will let you know how much effort you can actually tolerate. You're not trying to like go into a single arm hang. You're trying to be on a small enough ledge that will not allow you to do that. With each rep and each set, you'll notice you'll be able to pull a little bit harder and harder, but you should never be able to pull hard enough where you can lift off the ground. If you're just that strong and you can, you might need to go to a slightly smaller ledge. But again, just be careful because you're still kind of getting your pulleys warmed up. All right, so round 3. This is essentially our third and kind of final like warm-up round for our hangs. The first round was helping to get like our shoulders in the right position and kind of get used to it while lightly warming up our hands. The second one was getting the neural system warmed up and ready for some of those. Now another component that we need is to get our flexor digitorum profundus, that like deep muscle that runs out to the fingertips, warmed up before we go into like a heavier crimp position. So we're gonna do that with a submax hang. We're gonna be adding a percentage of body weight and we're gonna be holding for 20 seconds. The margin of error, or the effort level for this will be 5 seconds. So essentially your window will be 15 to 25 seconds on it. You're gonna do a medium-sized hold on this with both hands. We'll do 3 sets of it with again a 1.5 minute rest in between. All right, so we're gonna use about 15 to 25% body weight on this. Get it set up so we're ready to rock. And then we'll go to that kind of medium to large hold and we'll do our 20-second hang. Now this will be really important to make sure we have good control with our shoulders before we go into our next level. Now when you're using weight, especially for the first time, you want to make sure that you don't like kind of jump into the hold, because what you don't want to do is have the weight kind of swinging or your legs swinging when you settle into it. So you want to load that weight nicely so you settle in and you don't have that momentum carrying you forward. Round 4 is going to be like a more minimal edge protocol, okay? So we're not going to be adding weight into our crimp. Rather, we're going to be going onto the smallest edge that we can tolerate for 12 seconds plus or minus 3. So essentially a 9 to 15 second window. We're going to use 2 hands. We're going to do 3 to 4 sets of it. That just depends on like if you're newer to it, do fewer sets. If you're a little bit like more comfortable, do that extra 4th one. And the big part of this is going to be the rest period, okay? So you're gonna have a 3-minute break, all right? That's really important. At least take 3 minutes because you need to make sure that your tissue is ready for the next round. You wouldn't try like your hardest bouldering problem without resting a little bit, nor should you do this without resting. If your hangboard doesn't go down as small as you wanted to, simply getting some like cardboard cutouts, you can put them inside of your hangboard and you can make that edge even smaller because then you won't press in as much. But so with this, we're gonna actually go into our minimal edge with no weight. Don't drop into it, carefully load, safe, and then lift the leg, so you shouldn't be swinging as you go through this. Now, that was my first set. That was more than 15 seconds. But I'm not just gonna immediately say like, oh man, I need more cardboard in there, I gotta make this even smaller. Let's do this whole thing, go through it like about 3 or 4 times and see how you feel. If on that 3rd or 4th time you're like, whoa, I can't even do 6 seconds, then you shouldn't be advancing that. You could have gotten yourself hurt. So make sure you don't make like too many changes in the set unless you're making it easier. It would absolutely be like a good thing to do if you were failing on your first set at like 6 seconds to make it easier, but you don't need to just make it harder right off the bat. Let your body respond to it and then make the changes the next time you do it. All right, so you made it through the first 4 rounds. The 5th round is essentially like you're kind of burnout. And you imagine your climbing day, you've warmed up, you worked on your project, but you're gonna climb a little bit longer. So for the introductory version, you're just gonna start doing some pull-up variations on different holds. So you wanna do a few rounds of this as well. Just doing different pull-ups, different positions. You can even have it offset. You can have, one like where it's not as good here, one a little bit bigger, where you can do some offset pull-ups. You can do them wider. Just doing different rounds with different pull variations. You shouldn't be putting a ton of load on your tendons at this point, so you don't have to take the full strict 3-minute rest, but 2 minutes would be okay just to make sure, because if you're doing a bunch of pull-ups, you need to rest in between a little bit anyways, get that blood flowing back into there before you finish the routine. If some of the core workouts are too hard or you like different stretches, it's kind of like your guide map. So you can replace the core workouts, but these ones are great because they work some of the push muscles while training the core, so that's really important with climbing. One other really important note is that, how do you know when to move on to the next level with this? So with round 4 being our minimal edge protocol, if you start to get to a really small edge and it's starting to feel pretty easy, then you're gonna wanna add weight but increase the ledge size, and that will be part of the max hang protocol, which you'll find in the intermediate and advanced protocol. All right, thanks y'all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this introductory version. And again, train, climb, send, repeat. The ultimate reality, okay, most experts. Reality is, if you ask most experts related to, why can't I say experts right now? I think I'm a professional now.
I think you've made it.
I think
you've arrived.
Right. All right, in this video, what we're going to do today.
All right, y'all, here we go.
All right, y'all, welcome back now, okay? You guys like my grass? I water it every day. All right, so you're gonna hear me talk about effort lever. Someone's got a ladder. Uh-oh. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, train smart, train safe, don't hurt yourself, don't be a big old Gumby, and break yourself.
Oh, hey, you're still here. Jason, they're still watching.
Oh, heyo.
Dude, say something cool so they like the videos and subscribe for more awesome content.
Like and subscribe for more super sweet vids, y'all.
So lame, dude. So lame.
I thought it was pretty good.